So the point of this video is just to show you how to create a GitHub page. And this is where we're going to upload our websites to. So what you're going to do is you're going to start by picking yourself a username. Just make sure that it isn't your actual name, but is something else. So I'm just going to use a random, if I could type, a random John Doe, for example. And then I'll give it some email, a random John Doe at mailinator.com, say. And then create some password, and again, just follow the things there. So I'm going to use any old password. Okay, apparently I used something that was too straightforward. There we go. So once you actually sign up and we create this, what you're going to do is you're going to make sure that you just choose the free plan here, so it doesn't cost you anything. And then you can just hit finish sign up. And then as well, once you're here, they do ask if you will verify at least one email, so you can check your email and verify the thing so that they can send you a password recovery if you need it. But what you're going to do is once you're in here, now the next thing you got to do is go to create new and hit new repository. And in here, what you're going to do is you're going to now make a repository that is called the same thing as your username. So whatever you used for your username, in my case, a random John Doe, and I'm not going to leave it just at that. I'm going to go a random John Doe .github.io. And what that's going to do is it's going to create the repository that will act as my website. And I'll just put example website here or something. And then just hit initialize this repository with README and create repository. Okay, so we now have this thing working properly. It will take quite a while for this to load up, but once it does, it can be anywhere from 10 minutes or so up to a day for it to actually realize that this is a website. But once it does, whatever you put in this repository is going to exist at that website, randomjohndoe.github.io, or whatever your username happens to be. So this page will first pop up, a 404, just saying, hey, we don't have this yet. But over time, after you wait for a day or whatever, it'll pop up. And then when you create new stuff, that'll happen pretty much instantaneously. So when I say create new stuff, what we can do is we can download GitHub onto our actual machine. So if I just sign out of this thing and go back to the main GitHub page here for a second, what you can do is you can download GitHub right here. So just use download GitHub for Windows, click on that, and open up this GitHub setup. And this should work even on the school machines. It won't ask for an admin password. And you'll get this little launching application window, and eventually we'll get the whole thing to set up for us here. And essentially what you're going to do is you're just going to sign into the GitHub interface on the desktop and use that as the location for where you're going to save your web folder files. So in any case, I'll explain that in another video, but just make sure you've downloaded this, and then I'll talk you through the process of setting it up.